The damage counts and cooldown is from the Jujutsu Shenanigans fandom wiki. Manga spoilers as well. Hakari is a fan favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen. He is personally my favorite character. If you don't know what Jujutsu Shenanigans is, you either don't play Roblox or you don't play Battlegrounds games. So I'll teach you how to use him. Hakari has 4 moves: Reverse Ball, Shutter Doors, Rough Energy, and Fever Breaker. Let's begin with the Reverse Ball. Reverse Ball is a long-range ball that Hakari uses in the manga against Charles Bernard in chapter 183. Reverse Ball is a range attack that deals 5.6 damage and it has a 10-second cooldown. Reverse Ball can hit people on the ground, but it can be blocked. What I like to do is I use it as a combo finisher. If you are standing too close to the opponent, the player will just fall down like so. There is a Reverse Ball variant, but I'll get to that later. Hakari's next move, Shutter Doors, is something he used against Yuji in chapter 155, and again against Charles in 183. Shutter Doors is a medium range attack that stuns your opponents for a short time. This deals 6.9 damage with a cooldown of 10 seconds. I just recently learned this about Hakari, but if you unshift and have your mouse over the opponent, the doors will go to them instead of in front of you. But it must be in medium range and you must be looking in that direction. This can be helpful if you can do it fast. You can use a stun to your advantage with a dash or a combo. Reverse Ball has a variant. I held this out because you need to press both Reverse Ball and Shutter Doors at the same time. It'll activate both at the same time, dealing 10.8 damage, with a 10-second cooldown for both. Any basic math will tell you that this deals less damage than if you would just use them separately, as if you use them separately it would deal 12.6 damage. It's not much of a difference, but it can affect the battle, especially if your opponent lives with only a couple HP. His third move, Rough Energy, is unclear on which chapter it's from, but I can assume it's from chapter 186 against Kashimo. Rough Energy does 9.1 damage with a cooldown of 10 seconds. If done incorrectly, your opponent can hit you mid-animation because he has no iframes. If you don't know what iframes are, it is short for invincibility frames, where if you're in animation you are invincible from any attacks. Hakari doesn't have any invincibility frames, so your opponent or someone else can hit you while you're in combo. If you want a combo with Rough Energy, you can use 3 M1s with a down slam into Rough Energy, as it can also hit downed players. Hakari's final move in his base set, Fever Breaker, has not directly been seen in the manga to my knowledge, but you basically just kick your opponent into doors and kick them again through another set of doors, which deals 12 damage with a 15-second cooldown. You can look the opposite way from your opponent to bring them back to you to combo more, but it is a double-edged sword as they can hit you to end your combo. Fever Breaker isn't that interesting, nothing much to say about it. The most well-known combo for Hakari that every starter should know is using 3 M1s into Shutter Doors, wait half a second with 3 M1s into Fever Breaker, and finish with a Reverse Ball. If you don't wait at least half a second, you will end up using your 4th M1, messing up the combo. You could use 3 M1s into Rough Energy for a mini combo, but the wiki gives us some combos of its own. 3 M1s into Shutter Doors, with 3 M1s into a Fever Breaker, with a side dash, forward dash, 3 M1s, uppercut into Rough Energy, and end with a Reverse Ball. I tried it myself and this is what the combo looks like. I'm not good with uppercuts, so I down slammed instead, but I don't think it made much of a difference, but if you can uppercut, please do, it might be a bit better. The other combo it suggests is 3 M1s into Shutter Doors, 3 M1s into Reverse Ball, into a side dash with Rough Energy. This is what the combo should look like. These combos are definitely good, but if you're just learning, stick to the second combo or the one I listed. Hakari's base special move is a counter door he uses in chapter 183 against Charles. It deals 2.5 damage with a 12-second cooldown. It will only deal damage with melee-based attacks. With range attacks, it will just protect you from the damage. If someone tries to down slam you, you can also use the doors to counter them. Hakari's ultimate is his domain, Restless Gambler. You must use two visual moves to activate a scenario. Reverse Ball, Shutter Doors can activate scenarios. If you are hit before the animation it is made, then it will cancel out. Fever Breaker and Hakari's counter doors also activate scenarios, but there must be another player active. When using 3 visuals, there are 3 different colors, green, red, and gold. Each one gives a different chance of the scenario succeeding, with green being the lowest, red being medium, and gold being the highest chance. When you hit the jackpot, remember 2 numbers. The number of the scenarios needed to hit jackpot determines how long the ultimate will last. The first 3 rolls will give you 1 minute and 40 seconds of ultimate, but if you get it on the 4th, the ultimate will only last for 50 seconds. The second number will increase your next domain outcome. When the domain breaks and you land on an odd number, the chance to hit another jackpot is increased. If the number is an even number, the scenarios move faster. I'm not sure if they stack, but I'm pretty sure they do to an extent. Here's a tip: don't use balls and doors at the same time. It will only count as one move in the animation. In the animation, when you use your domain, everyone caught in it cannot move. When you hit the jackpot, your domain breaks and you get a new special with 4 extremely good moves. When Hakari fought Kashimo in Chapter 188, he rapidly punched a cargo container towards Kashimo. They made this into the game and called it Lucky Volley. Lucky Volley deals 25 damage, assuming it is not blocked, with a 10-second cooldown. This move can be blocked, but the punch at the end will still deal some damage. The rest of the moves are not in the manga that I am aware of. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Lucky Rushdown is Hakari's second move. He used this move against Urame in Chapter 245. I couldn't find their battle, but I eventually gave up until my friend helped me find it. But you basically run forward and hit them. And if you hit someone, you grab them and drag them across the ground and throw them away. Lucky Rush does 20 damage with a cooldown of 15 seconds. Overwhelming Luck is a long run that deals damage to your opponent and moves them with you. If all the hits land, Overwhelming Luck can do 33% damage with a 20-second cooldown. Energy Surge is Hakari's final move, where he jumps towards the opponent and hits them into the air and kicks them onto the ground. This move does 14 damage with a 25-second cooldown. Hakari's special in Jujutsu Shenanigans is the famous dance he does against Kashimo in the manga. After the dance is done, you get a speed boost for your moves, and yes, it does stack. Up to an extent, but here are the speed comparisons. Combos with Hakari's ultimate are simple. 3 M1s into a down slam, into a lucky volley with a lucky rush, with energy surge, and end it off with an overwhelming luck. Hakari Ultimate is very brain dead. That's why I try not to use it, as I like to use my skill to beat my opponents, but when I'm backed into a corner, I will have no choice but to use it. Once you run out of your ultimate, you gain 75% of it back, unless you die or reset your character. That is all I can teach you about Hakari in Jujutsu Shenanigans. Hakari is someone who is going to take some time to get used to, as you do need skill in his base kit. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Hey everyone, Editing Kane here. I made the script the day before Megumi became accessible for public use. But that is not all, because Mahito got a new Awaken move. It is a hit twice move that if you land the first time, it removes one of your moves randomly. Try your best not to get hit by it, but if you do, try your best to play around the lost move.